Have you ever wondered how your morning cup of coffee is made? From a tiny green bean to the rich aromatic brew we all love, coffee undergoes an incredible journey. The origins of coffee can be traced to the region now known as Ethiopia in East Africa. According to legend, coffee was discovered around the 9th century by an Ethiopian goat herder who noticed his goats becoming unusually energetic after eating coffee cherries. This discovery eventually led to the global spread of coffee culture. Today, coffee holds a distinguished place as one of the world's most popular beverages, ranking just behind water and tea in global consumption. Interestingly, coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world after crude oil, and Finland boasts the highest coffee consumption per capita. With over 2.25 billion cups consumed daily, coffee continues to fuel cultures, industries, and morning routines worldwide. The journey of the coffee plant begins with the germination of its seeds, which are carefully planted in nutrient-rich soil. Approximately a week after sprouting, the plants enter the flowering stage, producing delicate white blossoms along their branches. Over the next 6 to 9 months, these buds gradually develop into vibrant red cherries, signaling their ripeness. Skilled pickers carefully hand-select the ripe cherries while leaving the green ones on the plant until they fully mature. The fresher the cherry, the richer the flavor. Once harvested, the cherries are washed in water channels before being sent to a pulping machine, which removes the outer skin and fruit. Next, the drying process, which is a vital stage in coffee production as it reduces the moisture content of the beans to an optimal level for storage. Workers carefully spread the parchment-covered beans in a thin layer on drying beds or patios. With skillful precision, they turn and rearrange the beans throughout the day to ensure even exposure to the sun's warmth and gentle breeze. Once dried, the beans move on to the milling process, where specialized machines remove the parchment layer, preparing them for further processing and roasting. This crucial step transforms the dried beans, revealing their distinctive yellow or tan hue, before they continue their journey toward becoming the rich, aromatic coffee we enjoy. The beans are then meticulously sorted and graded based on factors such as size, density, and overall quality. The heaviest beans, which are considered first grade, are separated from the lower grade ones. This sorting process ensures that only high-quality, uniform beans proceed to the next stage of production. Once sorted, the beans are typically bagged and stored in a controlled environment to preserve their freshness until they are ready for roasting. At this stage, they are known as green coffee beans, though their color is not a vivid green, but rather a pale or yellowish green hue. These carefully selected beans are now prepared for the roasting process, where their rich flavors and aromas will be fully developed. Roasting coffee beans plays a crucial role in shaping their flavor, aroma, and overall character. During this process, various chemical reactions occur, leading to the formation of unique flavor compounds. Interestingly, the longer coffee beans are roasted, the lower their caffeine content tends to be. At the heart of our factory, the roasting process transforms green coffee beans in a remarkable way. As temperatures rise to around 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, the beans undergo significant changes, shifting from their pale or yellowish-green hue to the rich brown color we associate with coffee. This transformation typically happens in less than 20 minutes, during which the master roaster carefully monitors the bean's color to ensure the perfect roast. Beyond just changing the color, this browning process is essential for unlocking the distinct flavors and enticing aromas that make coffee so irresistible. Once the beans have reached the perfect roast, they are transferred into a cooling container, where forced air quickly lowers their temperature. From humble pale green beans to the rich roasted browns, coffee undergoes a mesmerizing transformation, evolving from raw potential into a symphony of flavors and aromas. Did you know? Just 2 kilos of coffee beans can brew approximately 200 cups of coffee. Now, some of the freshly roasted beans are prepared for packaging, while others move on to the grinding process before being sealed. The grind size plays a crucial role in brewing, with different levels of coarseness suited for various methods, from espresso to drip coffee. At the espresso machine, a barista grinds the coffee to a fine consistency, carefully places the grounds into the portafilter basket, and uses a tamper to evenly compress the coffee. The portafilter is then locked into the machine's brewing group, and the extraction begins. The high-pressure pump forces hot water through the coffee grounds, drawing out a rich aromatic espresso, which is collected in a cup. For milk-based drinks like cappuccinos and lattes, the barista may use the steam wand to froth milk to the desired texture. Once the espresso is ready, the used coffee grounds are removed from the portafilter and the machine is cleaned, ensuring it's ready for the next perfect brew. Coffee is more than just a drink. It's a companion to our moments, a catalyst for conversations, and a source of warmth and comfort. It serves as a bridge between cultures, crossing borders and reminding us of our shared humanity. Each cup is a tribute to generations of craftsmanship, where expertise has been refined over time. It's a harmonious blend of flavors and aromas, coming together in a delightful dance on our taste buds. Thank you for watching another episode of Behind the Make. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep you updated on our latest episodes. We'll see you in the next video. Kit Kat, the crunchy and chocolatey delight with a distinct, nostalgic taste, is adored by millions across the globe. Hidden beneath that instantly recognizable red wrapper is a fascinating and precisely executed production process. Have you ever wondered what makes Kit Kat so irresistible? Today, we take a deep dive into the captivating journey of how Kit Kat is created inside one of the world's largest chocolate factories, where over 8 million bars are crafted daily. Kit Kat's signature chocolate bars begins in the cocoa-rich lands of West Africa, where vast plantations stretch under the warm tropical sky. In July, as cocoa pods ripen under the scorching sun, farmers prepare for the strenuous harvest season. Each cocoa pod is carefully hand-picked, ensuring the delicate cocoa beans inside remain unscathed. Once collected, the pods are skillfully cracked open to reveal the coveted cocoa beans inside. These beans, rich in natural flavor, are carefully laid out on drying mats. Over the course of about 8 days, the sun gradually removes excess moisture, allowing the beans' outer shells to harden and preserve their deep chocolate essence. Before entering the production facility, the raw cocoa beans undergo a thorough quality screening. Rigorous tests determine whether they meet the required standards. First, their moisture levels are checked to ensure they are sufficiently dried, preventing mold growth. Next, the beans' size and texture are carefully analysed, with smaller or underdeveloped beans being set aside. Lastly, experienced inspectors conduct an aroma test, verifying the beans' signature rich scent. Upon arrival at the state-of-the-art factory, the cocoa beans undergo a 3-hour preparation process before their transformation begins. The initial step begins with meticulously cleaning the beans. They are emptied into enormous conveyor systems and moved to a secured rotating drum, where they softly rotate. This method eliminates any leftover dirt and cocoa shells. At the same time, powerful air jets clear away any lingering debris, ensuring the beans are spotless and prepared for the next step. The newly purified beans then proceed to roasting, where their deep flavors are unlocked. Each batch is placed into a precision-controlled roasting machine. Similar to coffee beans, cocoa beans require precise temperature and timing for optimal flavor. This is a well-guarded secret among chocolate makers, since even a slight deviation in roasting time can alter the chocolate's taste. After being exposed to intense heat, the cocoa beans, now bursting with aroma, are prepared for the next step. The beans enter a large grinder, where they are crushed and their deep flavors are fully unleashed. The grinding process turns the beans into a thick, smooth cocoa paste. This paste is then transferred to a hydraulic press where cocoa butter is extracted, forming pure cocoa cakes weighing around 7 kilograms each. These cakes contain the rich essence of cocoa, packed with an intense and enticing aroma. Once hardened, the cocoa cakes are finely ground into powder. The fine cocoa powder is then blended with sugar, milk powder, cocoa butter, emulsifiers, and other top-secret ingredients. The precise ingredient ratio remains Nestlé's closely guarded formula, ensuring Kit Kat's unmistakable taste. Inside a powerful industrial mixer, these ingredients blend together continuously, transforming into a thick, smooth chocolate mixture. Next comes the process of conching, which refines the chocolate particles to microscopic sizes, allowing them to melt effortlessly on the tongue. The longer the chocolate undergoes conching, the silkier and smoother its texture becomes, enhancing its richness. Finally, the chocolate enters the tempering phase. Here, the temperature is carefully adjusted in cycles, ensuring the chocolate fully melts before being cooled to precisely 81 degrees Fahrenheit, preventing the formation of unappealing crystals. This process guarantees the chocolate stays lustrous, silky, and completely irresistible. While chocolate forms Kit Kat's essence, its delicate wafer layers create its core, offering a delightful crispness in every bite. The process of crafting these wafers is equally intricate. It begins with familiar ingredients: high-quality wheat flour, purified water, sugar, vegetable fats, and a hint of salt to elevate the flavor. However, the secret behind Kit Kat's signature crisp lies in the leavening agent, which helps create its airy, crunchy texture. All ingredients are combined in a high-speed mixer, ensuring a smooth and even batter. Once the batter reaches the perfect consistency, it is dispensed through precision nozzles into rectangular baking molds. These molds ensure uniform thickness, allowing for consistent wafer texture. The batter is baked at high temperatures, ranging between 350 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for just 30 seconds. The intense heat quickly forms the light, crispy wafer layers, locking in their delicious flavor. After baking, the wafers are carefully cooled under controlled conditions. This step is vital to maintaining their crispness while ensuring they won't melt when combined with chocolate. While the wafers cool, the chocolate filling that binds Kit Kat's layers is prepared. Interestingly, the filling differs slightly from the outer coating. The secret? Crushed Kit Kat bars. Imperfect Kit Kat bars are finely ground and incorporated into the inner filling. This unique recycling method minimizes waste while enhancing the bar's signature taste. The inner chocolate mixture is slightly thinner in consistency, allowing it to spread evenly between wafer layers without making them soggy. Now comes the most captivating stage of production, the coating. Each wafer stack is carefully placed onto a conveyor belt, awaiting its luxurious chocolate bath. Rich, molten chocolate cascades over the wafers in thin, even layers, ensuring every inch is coated perfectly. This layering process is repeated 3 times to achieve the signature Kit Kat crunch and creamy balance. Next, sharp precision blades slice the bars into their familiar shapes, ensuring every Kit Kat meets the brand's exact size requirements. This transformation happens in the blink of an eye as perfect bars emerge, neatly arranged on the conveyor belt. After 15 hours of mixing and roasting, the silky, aromatic liquid chocolate is finally ready to take its classic Kit Kat form. High-speed equipment rapidly fills hundreds of molds per minute, producing more than 200,000 bars every day. Streams of molten chocolate are expertly poured into molds, forming a glossy and delectable outer layer. Next, the crispy wafers move through a flowing chocolate cascade, ensuring every surface is coated with a smooth, even layer. The tempting scent of melted chocolate, combined with the crispness of the wafer, creates a delightful harmony on your taste buds. Any bar with even the smallest imperfections, like air bubbles or cracks, is immediately discarded. However, these imperfect bars are not wasted. They are crushed and repurposed as part of the filling for future Kit Kat batches, ensuring nothing goes to waste. The flawless bars proceed to an advanced packaging line, where high-speed robotic arms swiftly wrap them in their iconic foil and red outer packaging. Finally, Kit Kat bars are shipped to massive warehouses, awaiting distribution. Every day, up to 8 million Kit Kat bars roll out of the factory. Once orders are placed, fleets of trucks transport these chocolatey delights to stores across the globe, ensuring they reach eager consumers everywhere. And there you have it, the incredible journey of how Kit Kat is made. From sourcing premium cocoa beans to crafting the perfect crispy wafer and coating it in smooth chocolate, every step in the Kit Kat production process is a blend of precision, craftsmanship, and innovation. We hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at how Kit Kat is made. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest episodes. We'll see you in the next video. Welcome to Behind the Make, where we take you behind the scenes to explore how everyday things are made. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of beer brewing, a process that dates back thousands of years. From the selection of quality ingredients to fermentation, filtration, and packaging, we'll uncover the craftsmanship and science behind every sip of your favorite brew. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new episode. And let us know in the comments, what's your favorite type of beer? Now, let's get into it. Beer, one of the world's oldest and most beloved beverages, has been enjoyed for thousands of years. Its origins trace back to ancient Mesopotamia, where early civilizations brewed primitive forms of beer as far back as 5000 BC. Over time, brewing evolved into an art and a science, shaping cultures and traditions across the globe. Beer is primarily crafted from 4 key ingredients: water, barley, hops, and yeast. Barley is the grain of choice for brewing because it produces an abundance of starch-digesting enzymes, which convert into fermentable sugars that eventually transform into alcohol. While barley is the most commonly used grain, brewers often incorporate other grains to create different beer styles and flavors. Hops come from the soft green cones of the hop plant, a perennial that has been cultivated since at least the 9th century. The alpha acids found in hops serve as the primary bittering agent in beer, while a substance called lupulin contributes to the brew's distinctive aromas and flavor notes, which can range from pine and citrus to fruity hints like banana. And then we have the yeast. The single-celled fungus plays a crucial role in fermentation. Much like it helps bread rise by breaking down sugars and releasing carbon dioxide, yeast in beer transforms sugars into alcohol and carbonation. Brewers use different strains, including active dry yeast, ale yeast, lager yeast, and liquid yeast, each imparting unique characteristics to the final brew. The journey of beer begins with malting, where barley grains are soaked in cold water for up to 72 hours. The grains are then aerated and allowed to germinate, activating enzymes that convert starches into fermentable sugars. After about 6 days, germination is halted by roasting, which influences the beer's flavor and color. The result is malt, the foundation of beer. Next comes mashing, where the malted barley is crushed into a coarse powder called grist and mixed with hot water in a large vessel called a mash tun. This process extracts sugars from the grain, creating a sweet liquid known as wort. The wort is then separated from the grain in a vessel called a lauter tun, and the remaining solids are often sold as animal feed. The wort then moves to boiling kettles, where it is sterilized and hops are added. Hops provide bitterness, aroma, and flavor. Those added early contribute bitterness, while late additions enhance flavor and aroma. Boiling also reduces water content and concentrates the wort. After boiling, the wort must be rapidly cooled before fermentation. This is done using a heat exchanger, which lowers the temperature to around 7 to 35 degrees Celsius or 45 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the beer style. Fermentation is where yeast transforms the wort into beer by consuming sugars and producing alcohol and carbon dioxide. Primary fermentation lasts 1 to 2 weeks, while some beers undergo secondary fermentation for additional aging and refinement. Following fermentation, the beer enters the conditioning phase, where flavors develop and the beer clarifies. This process can take weeks to months. Some beers are pasteurized to kill remaining yeast and extend shelf life, a method developed by Louis Pasteur in the 1860s. However, draft beers skip this step, requiring refrigeration to maintain freshness and flavor. Once the beer has been pasteurized and is ready for consumption, it is packaged in various formats, including bottles, cans, or kegs. The packaging process is crucial for preserving the freshness, carbonation, and overall quality of the beer. After the beer is packaged, it is stored in a warehouse before being shipped to your local beer store, where it's ready to be enjoyed. And there you have it, the incredible journey of how beer is made. From selecting quality ingredients to fermentation, filtration, and packaging, every step in the brewing process requires expert craftsmanship, precision, and passion. We hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at how our favorite drink comes to life. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest episodes. Cheers to great beer. See you in the next video. Apple juice has a long history that dates back to ancient times, with early mentions appearing around 400 BC during the Roman era. The process became increasingly commercialized in the 19th century in the United States, particularly after the introduction of pasteurization in the late 1800s, which made it safer to consume. The process of making apple juice begins with harvesting the apples. Macintosh and Granny Smith apples are commonly picked for their distinctive flavors, with Macintosh offering a sweet, tart taste and Granny Smith providing a crisp, tart flavor that enhances the juice's overall profile. After the apples are harvested, they are sent to the juice factory, where they go through a detailed washing process. This first water bath eliminates debris and pebbles, especially since they also use apples that have fallen on the ground. Maintaining cleanliness at this stage is essential for producing top-quality juice. The washing process for the apples is finalized with a rinse of cool water to ensure that any remaining dirt and residues are thoroughly removed. This step is essential for maintaining cleanliness and hygiene, as it helps to prepare the apples for juicing while ensuring the final product is safe. Then the apples undergo a chopping process in a grinder. This creates a pulp that is enhanced by the addition of enzymes. These enzymes work to break down the cellular structure of the fruit, ultimately allowing for the most efficient extraction of juice possible. Following the chopping process, the pulp is transferred to rotating shafts, where it undergoes a pressing action as the shafts turn. They exert pressure on the pulp, effectively extracting the juice while separating it from the leftover solids. The rotating shaft machine is fitted with a built-in filter that captures the skins, seeds and stems, ensuring that only pure juice is extracted. Quality control is rigorous at every stage of the process. Samples of juice are taken for evaluation to assess its quality and ensure that production standards are strictly followed. Next, the juice is filtered once more in specialized containers to eliminate even the tiniest undesirable particles. The next step involves pasteurization, where the juice is first introduced into a heat exchanger at 20 degrees Celsius and then heated to 85 degrees Celsius. After this, it is quickly cooled to 50 degrees Celsius, effectively eliminating harmful microorganisms while preserving its flavor and nutritional value. Enzymes are then added to hydrate the pectin, aiding in the subsequent filtration stage. This involves an ultrafiltration process, during which fiber membranes with tiny pores capture even the smallest particles. As a result, the apple juice is now fully purified and ready for another quality control check to assess the taste and flavor. The process then moves to its final stage, where the containers are filled. These small drink containers are filled quickly and are subsequently hermetically sealed to maintain their freshness. Thanks for watching another episode of Behind the Make. We'll see you in the next video. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Make. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Coca-Cola production, one of the most iconic beverages in the world. From the careful selection of ingredients to the secret syrup formula, carbonation, bottling, and distribution, we'll uncover the craftsmanship and science behind this legendary drink. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Now, let's get into it. The story of Coca-Cola begins in 1886 in Atlanta, Georgia, with a curious pharmacist named John Pemberton. Pemberton was searching for a remedy that could effectively relieve headaches while also being refreshing. After experimenting with different ingredients, he created a syrup using a mix of botanical extracts, caramel coloring, and a highly secretive formula. This concoction was initially called Pemberton's French Wine Coca, before it became the global sensation we know today. Originally, the syrup was mixed with soda water, making it a carbonated beverage that could be enjoyed by customers. Since Pemberton was a pharmacist, it was only natural that his creation was first sold at a pharmacy soda fountain. What he didn't realize at the time was that he had just invented a drink that would go on to change the world. Now, while we can explain the process of how Coca-Cola is made, there is one major challenge. The original recipe is one of the most closely guarded secrets in history. It is said to be locked inside a secure vault at the World of Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta, and only 2 employees are allowed to know the full formula at any given time. Their identities are kept confidential, they are prohibited from traveling together, and if one of them leaves the company, a successor is carefully chosen to take their place. Although the precise recipe remains a mystery, some key ingredients are well known. Coca-Cola consists of carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup or sugar, depending on the region, caramel color, phosphoric acid, and natural flavors. However, what truly sets Coca-Cola apart is the proprietary blend of botanical extracts that give it its signature taste. The production of Coca-Cola begins in Atlanta, where the company produces the secret syrup concentrate. This concentrate is then sent to Coca-Cola's trusted bottling partners worldwide, where it is transformed into the final product. To ensure the highest quality, the water used in Coca-Cola goes through an extensive purification process before being combined with the syrup and sweeteners in enormous mixing tanks. The precise ratio of ingredients is carefully adjusted based on regional taste preferences, which explains why Coca-Cola can taste slightly different depending on where you are in the world. Once the mixture is perfected, it undergoes the carbonation process. This takes place in a pressurized chamber where carbon dioxide is dissolved into the liquid, creating the signature bubbles that give Coca-Cola its refreshing bite. But at this stage, the drink still needs to be packaged before it can make its way to consumers. Coca-Cola's bottles have a history of their own. The first glass bottle was introduced in 1899, and since then the design has gone through several iterations. The modern contoured bottle, which has remained largely unchanged since 1957, has become an instantly recognizable symbol worldwide. In addition to glass bottles, Coca-Cola is now also packaged in plastic bottles and aluminum cans. Once carbonated, the drink moves to high-speed bottling lines, where automated machinery fills each container with precision. The process ensures that every bottle or can contains the exact amount of liquid, while allowing just enough space for the perfect foam head when opened. After sealing and capping, the products pass through labeling machines that apply Coca-Cola's iconic branding. Now, before the drinks are sent out for distribution, they must go through rigorous quality control checks. Coca-Cola's commitment to consistency means that every bottle and can is examined to ensure it meets strict standards in taste, carbonation, and safety. This process includes sensory evaluations, microscopic inspections, and advanced testing methods to ensure that every sip delivers the same great taste that consumers expect. And there you have it. The process of how Coca-Cola is made, from a secret syrup formulated in Atlanta to a globally recognized beverage enjoyed by billions. The next time you crack open a can or bottle of Coca-Cola, take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship, science, and history that go into every sip. If you enjoyed this inside look into the making of Coca-Cola, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into how everyday products are created. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Today, we're diving into the crispy, golden world of KFC chicken, a fast food icon loved by millions around the globe. From the secret blend of 11 herbs and spices to the meticulous breading, frying, and preparation process, we'll uncover the craftsmanship and science behind the chicken that keeps people coming back for more. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Did you know that KFC's legendary recipe is so closely guarded that it's locked away in a vault? The origins of KFC are tied to the incredible story of Colonel Harland Sanders, a man whose resilience and vision turned a simple fried chicken recipe into a worldwide phenomenon. His passion, persistence, and unique approach to fried chicken transformed KFC into one of the most successful fast food chains in history. Born in 1890 in Henryville, Indiana, Sanders faced a tough upbringing and had to leave school at a young age to support his family. Over the years, he tried various careers, including farming, law, and insurance sales, but none of them brought him lasting success. By his 40s, he was still searching for his breakthrough. That moment came in 1930, when he opened a small gas station in Corbin, Kentucky. Instead of just selling fuel, he started cooking and serving fried chicken to passing travelers, using his own kitchen equipment. His chicken quickly gained a loyal following, and by 1936, he was awarded the honorary title of Kentucky Colonel for his contribution to Southern cuisine. However, in 1956, a new highway rerouted traffic away from his restaurant, forcing him to sell the business at a loss. At 65 years old, with little more than a small social security check and his secret chicken recipe, Sanders refused to give up. He hit the road, personally visiting restaurant owners and offering to cook his signature chicken for them on the spot. His determination paid off, and in 1952, the first KFC franchise opened in Salt Lake City, Utah. By the early 1960s, KFC had expanded to hundreds of locations across the US. So what was the key to this success? A closely guarded recipe of 11 herbs and spices, which remains one of the world's most well-kept culinary secrets. The formula is so secure that it is stored in a high-tech vault with motion sensors, and only a select few executives know the complete mix. KFC carefully sources its chicken from a network of farms worldwide. As the second largest purchaser of chicken globally, only behind McDonald's, KFC ensures that its poultry suppliers maintain ethical standards. These chickens are raised with proper space, access to clean water, and a balanced diet free of added hormones or steroids. KFC has also committed to transitioning to 100% cage-free chickens by 2026. As of 2024, around 25% of the chickens used in the US, UK, and Canada already meet these standards. The company works closely with its suppliers to enhance conditions, including improved lighting, perches, and environmental enrichments that promote natural behaviors and reduce stress. Once the chickens reach full size, they are transported to processing plants, where they undergo multiple inspections to ensure top quality. Each chicken is thoroughly cleaned in a highly controlled environment, with sanitation measures in place to prevent contamination. Next, the chickens are cut into standard portions: breasts, thighs, wings, and drumsticks, using precision technology to maintain consistency across all locations. The pieces are then chilled rather than frozen to preserve their natural flavor and texture. Upon arriving at KFC kitchens, the chicken goes through a meticulous preparation process to achieve the signature crispy and juicy texture customers love. Each piece is inspected before being stored in a refrigerated area until it's ready to be cooked. The magic begins with the breading process, where the chicken is coated in KFC's legendary seasoned flour mix. To ensure even coating, each piece is first dipped in cold water before being dredged in the flour mixture. The flour is then folded around the chicken using a technique known as the 7-fold method, guaranteeing a perfectly even crust. The breaded chicken is then cooked using pressure frying, a technique that Colonel Sanders pioneered in the 1940s. Unlike traditional frying, pressure frying uses high pressure to cook the chicken quickly at a lower temperature, sealing in moisture and flavor while creating the signature crispy texture. This method allows KFC's chicken to cook in around 15 minutes, half the time of regular frying, without drying out the meat. Once fried, the chicken is briefly drained of excess oil before being served fresh to customers. It's kept warm under heat lamps for a short period to maintain its crispy exterior and juicy interior. And there you have it. KFC's legendary flavor isn't just about the secret recipe. It's built on Colonel Sanders' relentless determination. From failures to fortune, his passion turned a simple chicken recipe into a global sensation. Now, what do you think makes KFC's chicken so irresistible? Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more amazing stories. See you in the next video.